Wow, welcome to a brand new P3 podcast. That's right, folks. Yo, it is Al Mega with
Daniel Von Black, the full moon phenom and a flyweight champion of the world.
And it's your boy Chris Trash, a toy enthusiast and fashion maven. Ooh,
Oh, we're here, baby. We're here with another week. More shenanigans, more good stuff, more things to make you spend money on. Because you know we are pop culture enthusiasts, all of us. So it's like we're up by the murder rate. Chris has put together a wonderful PowerPoint. You know what I mean? Slides. Danny got some topics in a movie he want to be talking about. We even got some music to chat about. You know what I mean? And I have a question to ask as well about something in current events. Not political, Danny. Don't you worry. It's just a question.
Why you
right,
gotta bring my name into this? You do this all the time.
Yeah. Because I know, like, so we don't like.
I'm in the next room behind you, right?
I know you are.
I will yoke a bitch.
Yeah, I purposely didn't want him here. That way he doesn't knock down my toys again. You know what I mean?
Just next time I knocked out all of them.
Yo, bro, you will not leave this place alive.
Did he really knock on your toys the last time he was there?
Yeah, you were there. You saw it.
Back. No one in their life ever saw
I remember.
You remember now? It's like, folks, what happened when you smoke massive marijuana? Sometimes things happen. You can't remember.
Well, listen, hold on. If it wasn't for that, you would have realized he needed more skeleton figures.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, because that space. I even have a Megatron kind of filling in there. Megatron is spilling over into the Skeletor.
So you need more skeleton figures
Skeletor figures. So you should be thanking me.
I know some cool skeleton figures that have been coming out lately. They look really articulated. They look dope as hell.
I could use some to throw around the spawn shelf and mix it up. You know what I mean? But with that, for system again, we have a PowerPoint and. Chris done messing me up because I did get to see the first two pictures. I try not to look at everything, but obviously the first pictures you get to see, I'm like, oh, you mother effer. By the bit heartbreaker. So for like a
always
second,
do this in the beginning every time someone.
Yeah, have to. But again, so you know, for the second week in a row, we have to unfortunately open with sad news. Oh my god!
Oh no, I didn't know this.
We got David Stephen Cohen. Courage the Cowardly was one of my favorite cartoons growing up as a kid. It was
mine too.
Scary. There was a lot of scary episodes. I love I love the dog. I love Coward. I love forgot their names, man. The mom.
I know you. Yeah, I know you're talking about. I used to watch.
It's so funny.
I used to get so stoned and watch this.
Yeah, I used to wake up in the morning before school and watch all of the Cartoon Network shows like Courage, Cow and Chicken, Johnny Bravo.
Cow and Chicken. Oh my god!
Laboratory.
One of my coworkers was looking like Johnny Bravo last week in a meeting.
Ed and Eddie was one of my favorites because, bro, every time they ate that fucking jawbreaker, sorry, excuse the language, it's the jawbreaker. I wanted to eat a jawbreaker, man. I don't know about you guys, but Ed and Eddie made.
I think that's why our teeth are fucked up because I actually ate too many jawbreakers, and over time, when you're older, it catches up with you.
I've never been a candy kid like that.
I was, and now I'm not a candy person at all. I mean, but you give me a tiramisu or some flan, you know that's my weakness. Right? All right, so listen, we're gonna have our moment of silence in a moment because we have to honor two folks.
Yeah, I know which one the other one is, and that one was heartbreaking too.
Yeah, you know, but this legend. I will say again,
boxing legend.
I do want to say I am of the older generation, but I appreciate Courage the Cow. Absolutely do. And and he was relatively young to have passed away. Just a little bit older than I, really. So it's like, yeah, man, people, please take care of your health. Sad. And the other one, oh my god, yeah. I know Danny's a big old sports enthusiast. And you know, I don't know how much familiar you were with his fighting career. This is from Dad's generation of fighters.
Yeah, it's because of Dad. I knew who he was. He's destroyed. He's taken down big heavyweights, man.
Honestly, yes, I've heard of George Foreman 100%. But what I know him for.
It's the grill, you fat bastard.
The George Foreman grill, baby. That George, them hot dogs in there were slamming, bro.
They still are. Listen. One of a staple of a single man's kitchen is the George Foreman fucking. I don't give a shit. Listen, if you're a single man, tell me I'm lying. Tell me you do not have somewhere, if you're not using it, maybe even in store, it's George Foreman grill. It does everything: burgers, the hot dogs, grilled
Everything,
cheese
bro.
sandwiches. I mean, you could reheat some shit on that mother. Make it like a burrito. You could toast the outside, make it nice. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
that's
Right,
true. I'm just a
bro.
slamming dude. I remember Dad had one. And I was like, oh, of course, Dad
Yeah,
had one. I never seen
man.
that man cook rice in my life, but
I did, and be lucky you didn't eat it, because you know how they say that if the spaghetti sticks to the wall, this rice will stick to the wall and your guts. So,
no, my
and don't forget, hot dogs will disintegrate.
yo, right? Why you make them so? What's wrong with it? Oh, that they're cooked now. Like, no, bro, they're burnt. Anyway,
They're gone.
I just want to say this: that George Foreman is not just that generation, but also, he had to come up in the '90s. George Foreman, as one of an older guy that came up trying to challenge young bucks during the time. Because again, he had a short story, became a pastor and all. Yo, he wound up being broke and had to come back in his 40s to fight young men. And my man was laying dudes out. He was. While the youngest was sitting down on the corner, I remember my man George, in between rounds, was standing up. That's scary shit. I'm like, yo, this man is older than me. He's not even saying, you know why? Because he sit down, he know he done.
Yeah.
In my age, I know if I do something extensive, if I sit down, you're good luck getting me back up. You need a fucking UI and shit, a whole fucking tow truck. You feel me?
But he's gonna be missed, dude. He had a kind face to him too, man.
He does, right?
No, he was a kind person, for what I understand. He named all of his kids George, even the females.
No way.
Serious?
I think George or Georgina, but yeah, all the kids have George in it.
Georgina.
Yeah, my man. But again, a legend. So let's.
Yeah, one of his best fights was with Joe Frazier.
Oh yeah, man, for real. I mean, he was a boss. So with that.
Yo, hold on, time out. I gotta see the movie, bro. You guys seen the movie at all?
Which movie?
No, I haven't.
It's a biopic. There's a biopic of George Foreman.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro.
It's a big thing. You never knew that?
What's the name of it? You know what? Don't even look it up now. Let's just have a moment of silence.
All right.
So both these legends, for both Mr. David Stephen Cohen and George Foreman, condolences to the family, and thank you to these two men for providing us with so much, entertainment and good energy, and just putting out the best version of themselves for the world. So a moment of silence, much respect. 10 seconds. And with that, thank you so much. God bless. Thank you for your presence on earth. And all right, let's get into it now. Let's get into it, Chris.
No
You're gonna make
way.
that money. What are you talking about here? I have not watched the season yet.
What?
Wait. Oh, there we go. Oh, wait. Let me put while Chris does his research.
Right here, Big George Foreman.
Big George Foreman. Everybody, let me put that back on. Show that picture again. So if you guys want to learn about a biopic of George, there we go. Big George Foreman. The miraculous story of the what? The once
It came out. I said the immaculate story of the once and future heavyweight champion of the world.
There we go. So a big.
It came out April 28th of 2023.
Oh, really? Okay, I gotta check that out. I haven't checked that out. All right. Let's get into it. Wait. Before you get into this, we were just talking about something. Danny, what is it? Talk to me about the season, because I haven't caught up. I heard that it was brutal. It's already time for a new season already coming up. So season 4 is definitely coming.
It just keeps getting much more brutal and bloody and brutal. The violence is extreme, and I love every second of it. I don't want to say more without spoiling it, but dude, this is one. What do you call them? What do you call them? The ultralights? What do you call those? The super beings. What do you call them, Chris?
Oh shit!
I just started watching the show yesterday for the first time.
Really? Yeah, it's under the V. Fuck. Anyway, this is one super being, bro. Like he's a whole jacked up dude, bro, and he just causes nothing but mayhem and chaos. And Invincible has to, like, if something sets him off, that this fight with Invincible and that gentleman, that asshole, is extremely brutal, bro. I couldn't take my eyes off of it.
Okay, but all right, but there's brutality, sure, because it's an animated feature, but story-wise, how is it?
I love it. Dude. The stories of Invincible is amazing, man. I mean, it's nothing like original to me anyway, but I mean, I'm glued to the set, even with the conversations that the characters are having amongst each other.
So, all right. So, last question before we move on to the PowerPoint. I've seen that some folks say, "Man, this dude cries like every episode," like, and it gives me flashbacks to the CW Flash and Arrow with Felicity crying every episode. Is this true? Is he crying every episode? And does he have a reason to cry if he does?
Yeah, I mean, everybody has a reason to cry, dude. When you're like a super being with and especially like you're a hero. Family gets in the mix of it. Friends get in the mix of it. And when you see your friends being torn apart or your friends getting torn apart, not only does it make you angry cry, you cry because they're no longer with you. So of course, reasons to cry. These people bitching about, oh, he cries every fucking time is because you got to see what this poor dude goes through. And he's a young kid too. He's not like, you know what I'm saying? He's still got a lot of growing up to do. He's a young kid.
You hit it. See, Danny always makes me happy. He hit kind of the point that I was kind of going to allude to. He is still a child. All this shit is fucked up. Could you imagine first time experiences like this? Of course you're gonna cry when you don't know what the hell to do if you haven't experienced it before. So all those haters out there, please understand that even though he may have all these powers and has gone through some shit, he is still a kid that is learning life.
Yeah. Precisely.
So please stop hating.
Anyway, I just started watching this show, so I kind of like it so far.
Yeah, you haven't seen nothing yet, little bro. I'm telling you right now.
Oh, wait a minute. And before we get into it, I'm so sorry, Chris. I know you're dying to talk about this, but I'm so sorry. Happy birthday!
Oh, shit! Oh, shit!
There we go. Happy birthday, baby, bro. We love you, man. Keep doing what you're doing. Be that fashion maven, baby.
Yo, Chris, man. You always be my fat little butterball, and I love you, and happy birthday. And, wish you all the love in the world, man.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate it, man. It was fun hanging out with you guys that weekend.
Oh, yeah. We had fun, man. We had fun, especially when I had acid in my face. And I mean, that was because there was dancers dancing on the speaker that I was next to. And yes, I stand next to the speaker because I like the vibrations frequency.
We all definitely like the vibration.
All right, Chris, the floor is yours, baby. Talk about this Invincible Jada. What's going on?
All right. So Jada Toys, they made the Street Fighter figures. They made right? Jada Toys is what made the Street Fighter figures, right?
Street Fighter. That's right.
That puff hit you hard.
Jada Toys also made Fortnite figures, I think, before. Right? I might feel like I'm getting confused with companies, but whatever.
I think McFarlane made the Fortnite figures.
No, Jada Toys had them for a while. They had 6-inch a line for a while, but they lost the license to it. But so here we go, man. Jada Toys made some awesome figures. I like the brand. And here we go. We got them gonna possibly make some Invisible figures, man. So hopefully we see, because we do get them from Diamond Select, but honestly, guys, I'm not a big Diamond Select figure collector. I got 2, which Danny got me 1, which is Cable, and I love that Cable figure. I still have it. And Captain America, what I just bought probably a few months ago. That Captain America was pretty neat because you get to change them from modern to classic.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
So I got that one as well. But other than, I did have back in the day also 2 Gambit figures, which was pretty cool. But other than that, they're not my cup of tea. I prefer Hasbro Marvel Legends. But Jada Toys are kicking ass right now. Like I said, the Street Fighter figures are beautiful figures. They're very articulated. They keep coming out with more hot shit. Then they're more licensed for more stuff soon. So look out for the Invincible figures. I'm sure they're going to be some dope looking toys. I really like the character designs from watching the TV show. They look cool. I mean, they might put some cloth on them as well because we've seen it with the Bison figure. He had a cloth cape. Some of them have cloth stuff going on. So, and like I said, cloth has been a really big thing from, let's say, starting from like 2023. It's been really big with a lot of figures starting to use cloth, and they're, now. Before it was that hard rubber. Now you see McFarlane using cloth. You see all the Jada's using cloth. Thank you, baby.
Nice. As they should. I mean, listen, again, I'm an OG guy, right? So, if you go back to G.I. Joe, the old school. I mean, look at Serpentor. It had a cloth cape.
It
I mean,
sparkles.
the old school, it was so cool. Me?
It
See, the
sparkles.
only thing wrong with my Serpentor is I'm missing a tooth on the top. One of you guys broke it, you bastards.
I still got my classified Serpentor in the shipping box though. I never opened it. I don't even know how it looks like.
And I still got that missing tooth from that Serpentor. Anyway, but listen, going back to the Marvel Selects figures, they're awesome figures. The thing wrong with them is they don't pose so good.
They don't pose.
They're not fully articulated, but they're meant to be like they're statue figures.
I get it, but they also don't scale really well either. You know, you got fucking Wolverine the same size as a Colossus. You know?
Yeah, that's true.
Definitely not wrong. But I mean, how does Colossus pick up somebody his own size and throw him as a fastball special?
Yeah, you cannot cannonball Wolverine, that's for sure, because they're both the same size. But or Wolverine's taller. But and the Invincible figures, I have a few of Invincible figures that who made them? Was it Selects?
Yes, it was.
Yeah, I do have.
Pretty sure it was Selects, my man. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I love those figures. Are cool, but they lack detail. Like they lack a paint job.
So about these long box heroes, man. Like Kickstarter be doing some shit here, and going back to kind of the old school style of figures, talking about no articulation.
Real quick, roll back. I'm gonna correct myself. It was not Jada Toys that made the Fortnite figures. It was Jazzwares. I'm sorry. Jazzwares. So here we go, man. So this is a Kickstarter coming out, right? And we just recently talked about Kickstarters not so long ago. But these are for character designs that we haven't quite seen in a long time, because back in the day, right, when Marvel Legends lost their license. I mean, I'm sorry, excuse me. This is not what you want, Lily. She brought me my fucking tuna steak. Anyway. So when what was it? Toy Biz, when Toy Biz had the license, when they lost the license to Marvel figures, right? They came out with a new license, which is called Legendary Heroes, I believe. Danny, was it called?
Yes, Legendary Heroes.
So they came out with the Legendary Hero line, right? Which was the same articulation as the
Marvel Legends
they were coming out with, but they came out with some dope ass figures like Conan. They came out with Conan. They came out with Judge Dredd. They came out with Seth. They came out with Savage Dragon. I
have those figures too, man. I wish I had them here so I could show you guys.
What else did it come out with? I'm not sure if they came out with the Tick figure. I think another brand came out with the Tick figure, but I'm not sure.
No, they never released a Tick figure.
What?
They never released a Tick figure.
Yeah, I want to say that I think this line is cool. The only thing is I don't like how it's promoted. I mean, you really got to say also dropping 3 females in the initial group. It's okay. It's part of the comic books. Why do you have to point that out? I think we all have eyes, with the exception of Brian Adam. That's not here today. Shout out to the homie. And
shout out Brian Adam.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, we could tell. You need to tell us. They look cool, especially Grendel. She looks dope, but you don't need to tell that it's a female. Just sell figures, dude. Like, stop doing this. That's what I'm saying. We have eyes. Sell your figures. That's it.
I always love the Savage Dragon figures, man. Like the Marvel Legends ones.
But that's his son. That's Savage Dragon's son there, I think. Right? Because they already, like you said, they already came out with this shit. Let me put this on the
see, this is the cool the Tick figure. It was by Shocker Toys. I think they came,
nice.
I think the Shocker Toys, Danny. What was that? Scud,
the disposable assassin.
Scud. Yeah. They came out with the Shocker Toys. Also came out with that figure too. Scud.
You know how much that Scud figure is worth? I've been having a hard time trying to get that son of a bitch.
There's 2 versions of that figure too.
And it's funny how people are discovering Scud now, this newer generation, because again, it isn't the line, the humor of that Deadpool, but it was a little bit more ignored. Again, robot, this, that. Yep. But now with robots being so hot, AI, because we'll talk about that later. But
I would love to see like something with Savage Dragon pop off, something animated, something, dude.
They had an animation of Savage Dragon.
I remember. I just want to see something new. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no. I want to see it as adult as it is in the comics.
Yeah. Yes. Oh, yo, right? You know what would be dope to come out too? Fucking again. Wildcats, was it?
Oh, Wildcats. Yeah, bro. Man, listen, the 90s,
It's
like
so
it
dope,
wasn't
bro.
just a comic book independent thing. Like even
Ultra
animation
Force.
studios were picking up. Yeah, animation studios were picking up on the independent spirit of comics. So yeah, Ultra Force, that was Malibu Comics. You know what I mean? And all these dope shit were coming. The Friends of the Earth trying to bring back some old school shit with Flash Gordon and Magic the Magician and all these people teaming up. I mean, like, yo, back in the day in the 90s, they were trying to do an indie renaissance on all these characters, but didn't quite work out. Again, you know, Marvel, DC, louder voices. You know, basically like they say the Beyond Marvel, DC, Beyonce, Jay-Z, and always wants to stomp down the smaller voices. Right?
You know what's sad that never came out there and they have a pilot for it was Youngbloods.
Youngbloods, yo, that would have been
Youngblood
dope.
would have been cool so long as Rob Liefeld. And thank you for bringing that up, because I saw that video of Rob Liefeld talking about that he wasn't allowed into a Marvel event, and you know they didn't let him in. And he's like, "Oh, I'm the creator." No, he's a co-creator. Please say that right. But in that video, why did she talk like this? Like, bro, I think they made his dentures too big. Homie can't talk like that.
I didn't see that. I want to see it now.
Yeah, listen. That's what you hear.
He wants to make fun of Todd McFarlane. You heard, Danny?
Yeah. Oh, there's pretty cool. There's pretty cool right here. Yeah, I remember that video. It's so stupid.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, this is dope.
Yo, I really like the way they did this photo. It's boys positioned. I love, like, obviously the skirt is going to be only positioned that way, which is kind of corny to me. I hate.
Oh, stop line, really?
That should be made out of cloth, baby.
It's not cloth. Only the cape is cloth. So you're gonna have the skirt moving in one direction. But I think this is a cool picture, man. This is something you see. See what I mean?
No, wait a minute. Are you sure? Because it doesn't look. Look how it's extended. Oh, I see. It's a cape. Never mind. Yeah. You know what they did? The photographer did a bad job of and you know, oh my God, look at the corner of the cape. It looks like a werewolf.
It does.
Yeah. They Disney this picture, bro. They Disney this picture. But how she looked dope though. Who doesn't like a woman with those thigh-high boots like that?
Right. They should have got rid of the gold around her waist and show some flesh, baby.
No, the gold around her waist is a little bit too big. That looks like the Ric Flair championship belt and shit.
Where the WCW.
WCW. Yeah, but this comes out pre-order, I think, April 11th.
Is this based on the Supergirl of tomorrow or some shit?
I believe so. I think you're correct.
Yeah, because that's the movie that's coming out.
I think
my boy Johnny Hughes loved that book, and he says that it's so heartbreaking to read too, because it's about her pet, so as well is included in the story. So
I think that's the best Supergirl head sculpt I've ever seen in a McFarlane figure. If he did even make another Supergirl figure, or is this the only first one?
Good question. I'm not sure, because again, I'm not a collector on that level of figures.
But dude, I want you to explain to me, what exactly is a page puncher?
The smaller scale figure that comes with a magazine.
Oh, that's what that means?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The
like
more
I
you
think
know.
A print or a magazine or some shit.
No, but this one is actually 7-inch scale, I think, bro.
But why call it a page puncher then?
Pretty sure.
All right, let's get into this one. I'm interested in, bro. This shit is fire. Especially that bike, man.
So yeah, here we go. We got the Batmobile. I'm sorry, the Christian Bale's
Batcycle.
Batpod. I think that's what it's called.
Right? Yeah, Batpod.
Yep. So here, I kind of like this bike. It was pretty cool when he came out of it, when he first used it, when he was going after.
I would like it for Dreadnoks. Put his R10 on this bitch.
I know, right? That'd be pretty cool. Then here we go. We got Green Arrow. I don't know what version of Green Arrow this is. Alex, maybe you might know.
I'm not. Well, when we get to the close up and that Batman with the silver platinum logo, look at that, yo. Multiverse. What's that? Lord Batman. Jesus Christ, Lord Batman.
The Lord Batman.
Lord Batman, yeah.
Bow down to your Lord and Savior, Lord Batman.
That's Jesus Christ if he was Batman, apparently.
So yeah, Al. So that Supergirl is a Supergirl based on the Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow.
Woman of Tomorrow. There we go. Yes, that's what the movie's going to be based on, apparently.
7-inch scale page puncher figures include a reprint of Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow. So it is 7-inch.
It includes the comic. Okay, there you go. But
and the pre-order, it says based on the Supergirl Tomorrow comic. The comic launches for pre-order March 25th.
All right, there we go.
Viltrumites. That's the word I'm looking for. Viltrumite. Okay, I got it. Never mind. Sorry.
Jack Daniels is the fucking motherfucker, ain't it, bro? Let me tell you. All right, bro. I hate this figure though, but I hate the name Lord Batman. I honestly, I know. Listen, I'm about to get controversial. But so Batman is so fucking overrated, bro. It's like he's
Mitch
still human.
loves making Batman figures, though. That's his favorite. That's his baby to make. There's so many different versions of it. Here we got.
Dude, there's so many Batman.
Danny, do you have a McFarlane Bale?
Yes, I do.
Nice.
I got the version from Batman. No, the Dark Knight Returns. The Dark Knight, Batman Dark Knight, right? With Heath Ledger. That's the version of Batman I have. But he just recently came out with the Batman Begins figure.
Yeah.
With the he can't move his neck.
Yep.
Which, you know what's crazy? So they make the Christian Bale Batman for Batman Begins. That you can't really. You see that the neck is connected to his neck piece, but they couldn't do the same for the Michael Keaton Batman figure.
Huh. That's so funny.
Understand?
Yep.
You know what this is really? So now that I see the name, when I see Multiverse Connor, yeah, that's Red Arrow.
Red Arrow.
Arsenal. Oh. Red Arrow / Arsenal. Basically, as Green Arrow.
The junkie.
Yes. Again, no, not for nothing. But again, thank you for bringing that up. I mean, that was when DC and the Comics Code Authority started breaking. DC actually did that story. That's Neil Adams, Denny O'Neil, where they made fucking Green Arrow's sidekick a fucking junkie that was hooked on heroin, baby.
And I believe that was one of the first times they put a syringe in the comic book cover.
Yes. Yeah. It was. Don't you guys remember? I had that book from that dude that came over in the van and sold me those for $5 each. That you guys almost blew me up. I think it was Danny almost blew me out. Like, shut up, Danny.
No.
Yeah, I looked at him like, yo, don't overreact right now. I know what I'm getting. I got the first Jon Stewart and everything. I paid like $20 for everything.
Yo, you fucking bastard, bro. That's straight.
Yeah, he didn't give me shit.
No, because he was trying to blow me up.
But I did it.
Oh, brother.
We won.
Oh, what the hell is this?
This is not. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to put that in there. It probably just popped up then. But this is a cool photography ACBA photo that somebody took. It says you see Bruce Eye and Daredevil fighting up there on the roof.
Oh, now you got to shout him out.
I know. I don't even know who it is.
Oh man.
I save things on my phone to get inspired by certain, you know what I mean, and that's just probably just.
But that is nice. On there. It is nice. It's really well done. Whoever did this really did.
It is well done.
I'll give it to them. All right. Oh, look at this.
Danny, I know Danny likes Mondo stuff. Here we go. We got classic Wolverine Mondo that's coming up for pre-order pretty soon.
Wait. They're just so expensive, bro. It's so expensive.
Are they trying to make fun of 112? Because they call this shit 1/6.
Well, it's 1/6 scale, 12 inches.
I get it, but the way they put it is like right? You get me?
Yeah, but they are expensive, like Danny said. It looks cool. It looks very fun. I just every time I see 12-inch figures like this, it reminds me of the shit that me and Dan used to have. That Mom bought us back in the day. That Danny still has.
I still have
the ones from the cheap shops
and Ghost Rider. I had Spider-Man at the time.
And the Hobgoblin.
Yep, I don't have those no more. Danny still has them, so I can't believe it.
Yo, Alex, you believe it says Mom got me those? I was single digits, I think, right, Chris?
Yeah,
and
but I still have the same thing with my little cars. I was maybe 5 years old, and I still got my cars. And I looked those up on eBay. They're pretty expensive because they're actually made of metal and plastic. You know, what I mean?
Tonga cars, right? What do you call them?
Yeah, I still got them.
We got cars. We also got like a box of cars that Joe gave us for Christmas one year.
I still have those in the box.
Yeah, I think Mom still has mine.
Joe. Rest in peace, Joe. Folks, before we move on, you mentioned that name. He was a funny dude, very funny dude, but he was cool, right? That we grew up with.
We used to watch wrestling in his house. He was kind of weird sometimes, but
that was that video shit girls that I never got back.
He never gave that shit back to you.
It's probably buried. It wasn't even mine.
Lily, get down.
Yeah, all right.
It was the next door neighbor in Brooklyn on Jefferson. I won't blow him up because he's a cop. But we bought that video, and then basically we watched the whole video like this. It was horrible.
I can't believe you watched the whole video even like that.
What do you mean?
I still remember one scene, bro. This bitch shit out like a chicken bone, bro. It shit like a fucking leg, bro. Like a chicken leg, bro. Yeah. I remember that shit. I was like, it traumatized me. I'm like, why is she shitting a piece of fucking chicken leg, bro?
Yo, Alex would randomly play that video when he had guests come over, and he would just have it in the background. And in the midst of people having conversations, they would stop because they do a double take. Like they're like, what is that on TV?
Yeah, I did that. I remember you were there that day. I did that. Yeah. I understand what I did. It was a party, and I was with my ex-brother-in-law, Jose, and he looks at me. He goes, yo, you got that tape? I said, yo. So I just like throw it on when nobody's looking. He's like, I dare you. I said, oh my God, you said the magic words. Hold on. Hold my beer. Man, let me tell you, bro. Everybody, like Danny said, was talking, fucking mingling. I didn't even put sound to this shit. I did it on purpose. All you saw was video. Things playing, maybe 10 minutes passed. When somebody looked at the TV and said, and they're like, have this face on them. People didn't notice the TV. They didn't notice this person's face. And then, what are they looking at? And then led to the TV. Holy shit, man. Let me tell you, somebody dropped her wine on my fucking beige rug. I was really mad. One of them started right. This is disgusting. Yeah, I ripped out that rug after that shit. I got so mad. Like, dumb bitch. Rest in peace, because she also passed away.
Oh, that sucks.
Yo, talking about movies real quick. Freaking in Walmart, fucking Faces of Death DVDs came out.
Yeah, I saw them, man. I got them. I remember playing them when you guys were small.
I have the whole collection. They come in a big ass thick, DVD case.
Nice.
Yo, Chris, who wants to buy the OG figure of this? I have it. I even have the file card for it.
I don't know. It's so hard to sell these little 3.5 figures, bro. These days.
Why not? When you make them look like this, because this looks greater than the better than the 3.5.
This looks so dope, man. This is something that a lot of people have been asking for, and this was actually revealed like by accident. By accident, he probably did it on purpose, but it was like off to the side, and people are like, "Yo, look what we see! We see the snake. This is like V5 Snake Eyes. I don't know how many Snake Eyes we have already. Like, think about Snake Eyes as Batman for like how many figures of Snake Eye figures we have. But I have
good analogy.
The first one that came out, bro. The first like Snake Eyes came up on Classified. Stop, you bro. The first Classified figure that came out. It's so cool, man. I have it still in box. It's one of the best G.I. Joe figures that came out. It's actually 0-0. You know,
I call this one the Snake Eyes Voorhees.
You see that? He even has the paintball mask. That's what he's wearing in this one. I mean, he doesn't look cool. Chris, what's going on here?
So here we got some. So this is nobody. These are just like regular army builders that you can get.
Grunts.
Yeah. So for the GI Joe guys, so you just go throw them in the background. Which I might get a few of these guys. They're pretty cool just to have some cool battle scenes with them.
These are the new Green Army men.
Pretty much.
Yo, but those are dope because now, let's say I get those. I have bodies for whenever I want to make custom head sculpts of us.
Exactly. Yeah. Yep. So that's what's pretty cool about that.
Oh, it's dope.
Here we go. We got another. This one costs like $80 for this shit, man. It's so expensive. The line's getting more expensive.
They are
picking and choose. Now lately, like I wanted to I want to be that guy to collect all the numbers. I just can't do it, bro. It's
impossible.
It's gonna be my whole room is gonna be covered with just GI Joe figures, bro. Like I can't do it no more. I almost got 1 through 100, so
I would just let it go. If I were you, I would just get the first 100 figures.
That is my goal, bro. The last 3 are going to be the hardest ones to get because they only came out with a stupid fucking HasLab. I hate HasLab.
Wait, but they are in fact releasing those HasLabs so as single figures in.
I get it,
but it fucks up your numbering. I know
exactly. It's not going to be number 98, 99. You know what I mean? Here we go. We got OG retro battle armored. No, what is it? What's the last freaking?
Battle Android Trooper.
There we go. Battle Android Trooper.
OG right up there, and the first Classified.
Yep, I have the first classified as well. This is going to be more in tune with the one that you have, Alice, the OG. You know, you get the
How
OG.
more in tune? The more what the fuck? That has a red face. This is the OG. That shit don't got no fucking red face. What are y'all talking?
They messed up. They messed up.
Maybe he's angry.
But maybe with this in the middle, you know what I mean? Because I see that it does have a plate. Listen, this never came with a plate or anything. See, I'm missing two because you guys lost.
No,
why are you always blaming us for shit, man?
Danny, Alex,
why can't you just take responsibility? Why can't you take account of your own responsibility? All right? You break things too. You destroyed your figures. You the one that decimized your.
Yo, Alex, that was a good thing that you pointed out. That this is a retro figure, but his face is not red, so does it make it retro?
Maybe he's angry.
It's like the Destro, right? Because the classified, right? All right, see, the classified actually looks like the retro small, but then the retro carded is all black, looking nothing like the OG. So that's they crazy. Fucked that one up too. So it's like they gotta please study the coloring. You know what I mean? So this is not no retro. You messed up on the face coloring. I mean, it does look beautiful.
Yo, does the classified have the silver plate or red plate?
Classified I have it up there. It has the silver plate. It looks more like the OG.
So we're gonna have to swap heads. That's what we're gonna have to do.
Eventually, yeah.
But here we go. We got this.
This is nice. This is nice.
I always forget his name. He looks familiar. I feel like I had him when he was a smaller figure.
Maybe you did for mommy, because I know personally out of the collection I gave you, this was after me. After I left. So this is definitely not anything I gave you, because you guys had the
Darklin.
first 4 volumes.
Darklon. Darklin. That's his name. Darklon. G.I. Joe Classified Series. He's number 155. If you guys are interested, that's how far the line's going up to 155 already, bro.
Wow.
He looks cool, though.
He looks cool. I could put him with my dreadnoughts, honestly.
Again, see, then why have Cobra at all? Everybody wants to make every Cobra that looks cool into a dreadnought. Isn't that funny? No, think about it. It's really a trend right now. I think eventually we're gonna get a Dreadnoks comic book.
I hope so.
A Dreadnoks fucking movie, because they are the coolest. Because again, they're so fucking wild and crazy that you root for them. You do.
So they should have.
You root for them.
They should have a storyline where the Dreadnoks are trying to take it all. That would be like the next big thing.
I'll tell you this much, that there is a Dreadnoks declassified comic book that gives you just a story, all Dreadnought stories, and introduces some new Dreadnoks that we probably will get into the classified if they're not been introduced already. You know what I mean? But it's some shit, man. G.I. Joe is killing it right now with these fucking figures. Oh shit, Law and Order. I know I left this one with you guys.
So we got Law and Order here. I'm gonna get this figure. Just looks dope. I actually just pre-ordered it this morning because I forgot to pre-order it, and he's gonna come with me soon. I like the dog, the articulation on the dogs. So I'm happy that we're getting more animal figures too. That you just can put them with any of your collections that you want.
But animals with articulation, because again, let me go back. Let me go show you old school, right? Look it up. Norhide's Boar, the OG. No articulation. It's just like a stuffed figure. You see this? Nowadays, we're getting even animal figures with articulation.
Yeah.
You know?
That's pretty cool. So these are actually all up for pre-order now on the Hasbro Pulse. So you can grab these. There's another cool picture. This is from Toy Fair.
And that's cool. Even the dog comes with another head.
Yep. That's pretty sick.
That's cool.
There's even cool. Timber, Snake Eyes and Timber, he came with another head too.
Oh, cool. Oh, nice.
Blowtorch over here. He looks pretty sick too.
Can I just say this? I don't know if you're familiar with what I'm about to say.
What?
But this character looks like a fucking Centurion.
He kind of does.
Oh, you know what a Centurion? He does, doesn't he? Right? With the holes and shit. Like, yo, you about to put a jetpack on this motherfucker?
Bro, listen, he's an easy kill, man. All you gotta do is pop that tank behind him. It's a wrap.
The tank on him, we're gonna shoot that tank. That's it. Bang!
Easy kill, bro.
Then he's just gonna throw, no, not even. You could just throw a firecracker at him. That's gonna land behind his neck. You're done, bro.
Goodbye, sweet prince.
No torch has been blown away. Wepa.
Yo, I just saw a video real quick. I just saw a video. I wish I had it. I don't know what
I had this figure.
This kid.
I know it was my figure.
This kid, bro, I don't know why possessed him to do this. He's in a car, right? And his friend is driving. Decides to put, it could have been like an M80 or something like that, out the window and starts to light it while the car is moving. What do you think is going to happen? That fuse is going to burn faster than it was supposed to fucking, So it should just, boom! Blew up in his hand, bro. He comes out, he's screaming, he's bleeding. He's like, oh! His friend goes to the side. His hand, his fingers are like tucked inside the seat, bro, and his like thumb went inside like on the door, bro. I was like, what the fuck? Then they showed his hand in a hospital. This shit was like this. He had no more fingers, bro.
Oh my god,
it was like this.
He could fist without causing damage. Look at this guy.
He's one punch man now.
All right, so yeah, I know. Sergeant Slaughter's Renegades, Mercer.
So, Danny, we had this figure back in the day, right? I called him. I didn't know his name. He was Duke to me, bro.
Yeah, but I gave you guys that figure because I remember out of my last.
You broke everything. You gave us everything. What the fuck, bro? What are you talking
this one,
about?
this was part of my collection.
It was in a suitcase, the Micro Machine suitcase.
Yeah, so this is one of the last of my G.I. Joes that I ever actually got. Sergeant Slaughter's Renegades with Mercer. Again, but why do people stress this character so much? I think he's corny for me personally. I don't know.
Why do they stress this character? What's it about?
There's nothing really to stress about. I'm reading about him in a new comic book. Nothing crazy about him, bro. He used Cobra Commanders. Like at first, he was a bad guy. He was Cobra Commanders, like or Destro, was it? I forget in the comic, but in the new comic book, I don't know if it's Destro or Cobra Commander.
I think he was a
I think he was working for Destro. I think he was working for Destro. Yeah. And like he's just like his security guard, bro, for him, pretty much.
Why does he need a security guard, bro? It's Destro.
Yeah, but look how they draw him here. He has fucking mangina. Look.
He has a
man.
Why are you looking there?
I didn't mean. I just saw that. I said, what the hell's going on there? Yo, these people are. Oh, nice. I got the OG, man.
That's Monkey Wrench, right?
Monkey Wrench. Yeah, but I got my OG. Listen, the OG only comes with two things: the figure and the fucking gun, man. And let me put my man up there so you can see him. Let me put myself like that. Check it. OG, baby. OG.
There we go. We got Monkey Wrench coming up soon.
And listen, this is the OG. Look, I never changed the O-ring. Look how new this motherfucker still feels. Never changed the O-ring.
So stiff. Paint apps look good on it too.
That's what she said.
Yeah.
So yeah, man, I'm always so with this guy. I'll hopefully be complete with my dreadnoughts. I think that's the last one I need, man.
Well, yeah. Well, I need to start buying. My birthday's coming up.
Don't worry, your birthday.
Anybody wants to buy me any dreadnoughts?
Don't worry.
Well, that's my cue to leave, ladies and gentlemen. Have a good night.
I will say this, yo. Major Blood was my second G.I. Joe figure. I have to get the OG back because listen, if you're gonna give me a rendition like this, I need it. Major Blood is a badass looking figure, bro.
Yeah, hell yeah. So
he looks like Man of War. I mean, not Man of War, Man at Arms.
Yeah, Man at Arms. Because again, imagine a G.I. Joe soldier with a fucking cybernetic arm. He was one of the first ones within G.I. Joe overall that had a technology mixed within them.
Yeah, I had the first release of Major Blood, which I believe is number 28 on.
Does they have the patch or the two eyes like the comics?
He has the patch in his eye, I believe. This one you see right here, this is gonna be the retro version coming out because we already had a Major Blood, so this is gonna be more to the retro, release. This was hard to get too. So number 28 Major Blood was really hard to get at the time because it was a Target exclusive, man, and I had to pay. I think I had to pay a little bit over retail. For $24 was retail. I think I paid $40 for him.
But not bad. It's Major Blood, man. And again, he's one of the OGs of the Cobra organization, so you got to have him.
I had some dude that said he was going to give it to me for free one day at Comic-Con, and I went to Comic-Con, and I'm not going to bring it up. You know what I mean? He said he was going to give it to me free. I expect him to be like, yo, here you go, he never gave it to me. So I was like, whatever, fucking fronter.
Yeah, I'm not just like you. Like, yes, if you're gonna talk that shit, walk that shit.
Exactly.
And I'm not gonna.
I'm not gonna bring it up.
Yeah, I'm not exactly. And then I
would have.
you.
All right, give me my shit. I came all the way down here for my G.I. Joe. Give it to me and give it to me now.
Yeah. Guys, please never promise Daniel Black anything because he will, in fact, do that shit.
Like butter sausage, you know?
Hey, yo, honestly, man, like as a man, keep your word, bro. On some real shit. Keep your word.
Man.
As a man, hold your word, man. That means a lot. Anyway, so here we go. We got the G.I. Joe diver and the Cobra diver. For some reason, this sold out right away on Hasbro Pulse. It was exclusive.
They're cool, that's why.
It was exclusive to Hasbro Pulse, and it sold right. It was one of the first ones that sold out of the whole catalog that came out that day. First one to sell out. The second to sell out, I'll tell you next. But yeah, so yeah, I couldn't pre-order these. Honestly, dude, I don't need divers in my thing, bro. I already have 2 divers or 3.
But you know what? They look so generic because again, we have our divers. We have wetsuit. We got Cobra eels and shit.
That's what I got.
For us, that's the divers. To be honest, I never really saw this in the cartoon.
Me neither. I think they're just trying to come out with just basic divers. But I don't need.
You know what it is? I think it was like when Chris was a kid. Like kids, there's a lot of kids his age. Or when we were all younger, like to play with figures in the water when you're taking a bath.
Oh, you mean his rubber ducky that he would dress in?
So, dude, you never brought your G.I. Joes into a bath?
Oh yeah.
Only when I had the boat. When I had the water moccasin. And then I had I had Deep 6. So that's the only times when I would do water battles. Those are the only 2 water things I had.
We also have this diver. Which this diver is really cool to have. This is the 60th anniversary diver.
He looks cool. But he looks what's his name? He looks a lot like Diabolic.
Diabolic. He does,
right?
You can make a good custom with this Diabolic figure, actually.
Right.
A good Marvel, because I had the Mezco version of Diabolic, which is cool. So here we go. We got the Snake Battle Suit, which this was the second one to sell out because it was also an exclusive to Amazon. I mean, it was exclusive to Target and Hasbro Pulse. I was able to get one of these.
Oh, you got one?
I got one. Thank God I was able to get one. And look, Alex, as we were talking about, we get to put them inside there.
Yep, man, I love that. And it has a seat with the fucking seatbelt. You could put your big ass figure in there. So how big is this motherfucker?
This shit is huge, man. It looks pretty big. Let's see if we even get a right scale. Look at that. That looks cool. You see the Cobra right in there. The Cobra.
Your wife is gonna kill you.
I mean, look at that, but look at that detail, son. Look at
Chris's wife. Chris's wife is gonna kill him when such shit comes in.
I know. I gotta say.
Thank God she didn't watch the show. But you look, Danny, you said it. Caution, jet food. You shoot this motherfucker in the back.
It's a wrap. All that big shit for nothing.
You know what?
Bombs away.
If you're in G.I. Joe and the literate, it's the only way you can't win.
Alex, what does SNAKE stand for?
I have no idea right now.
It stands for System Neutralizer Armed Cloaking Equipment. That's what SNAKE stands for.
It starts with C, though.
It starts with a K on this one.
Yeah. And Mortal Kombat starts with a K.
No, they're blood. They're blood. That's why they can't use the letter C, so they have to use K.
Oh, so stupid.
Yo, I hate them.
But look at that. So both sides, look at 2 joysticks, and the character's going to be holding. Like, control centers, not for nothing, but the detail on what is the control center is pretty fucking badass. I mean, look at that.
This battle suit contains 15 character-inspired accessories pieces, including missiles, 2 wrist propellant pieces, 2 hands, flamethrower with 3 flame effects, power claw, laser cannon, jetpack, and 2 fuel tanks, plus a hinge entryway designed by Destro and his scientists. The Cobra Snake is a powerful battlesuit whose heavy armor planted protects Cobra troopers. Yeah,
does it have electronic sounds, or does it light up?
No, probably not. No.
It would have been cool, but tell me this doesn't look like the predecessor to RoboCop. Remember the other guy that came up, right?
That's so
I
scary.
want
That
to put
robot.
battle the other one.
Yeah, I was afraid of that robot.
Oh, I have that NECA version of that robot.
I'm still
Here
waiting
we
for
go. Shut up,
returned.
Alex. You're gonna get your freaking figure. So shut your mouth.
So here we go.
Yeah.
We got Armored Cobra Commander here. This is a name only reveal, but I already showed Alex that we had a head scope of this already.
Yeah, head scope. Yeah, bro.
Last week's episode, I'm pretty sure I showed it. But here we go, man. This is coming out soon. All right.
Oh, I saw this and I fell in love with it. But goddamn, Mondo, why you gotta cost so much?
So this is a soft vinyl super shredder by Mondo. This is coming out pretty soon. This was pretty cool, man. I knew Danny would did this. I put this up for him.
Yeah.
It kind of fits his I don't know. I kind of see this in his room. Is that
Yeah, if it's my room too, motherfucker, this shit is cool as fuck. This is cool as fuck.
It's cool as hell. But Mondo's always so expensive. Mondo's is so much money.
I like this. I want this and that Juggernaut that they had made.
You know what? I was gonna say that. This reminds me. What if Juggernaut was Shredder?
I like the man thing they came out with too, Danny.
They made a man thing?
Yeah.
I never seen that one.
They came out with They came out with two versions.
Don't you have a man thing?
And they came out like this like colorful hippie like acid trip man thing.
Alex, I think we all have man things.
I hope so.
Man thing. What a fucking name.
What the hell? Look at this turtle. That's funny.
Yeah. There we go. We get a full picture of its accessories, and like I said, this is full. This is a soft vinyl, so it's not very articulated.
I would definitely cut myself with that weapon by accident.
So again, I put this up again. We spoke about this last week, but it's up for pre-order now.
Oh, sweet.
I want to get this Death Deal. Again, this is by Savage Crucible. Savage Crucible made some dope figures. Also, on March 20th, Icon Toys on Frazetta Girls, which also made Conan, the Conan figure, to scale well with this Death Dealer figure. So
nice.
You have that figure and this figure, and you have a cool setup. And you see those lizard guys over there? That's why I put the Conan figure there too. Those lizard guys are also from Savage Crucible. You can get those figures as well.
Actually, look, Savage Crucible, I think it actually run by the lizard people, and they're trying to prepare us for their revelation.
Again, I put this figure. We talked about it last week, but it went off for pre-order Thursday, March 20th. It's on Big Bad Toy Store. You can get it, or you can get it at Girls.
What's the retail?
$89.
I'm gonna get it anyway.
It's $89 on Big Bad Toy Store, $70 on Frazetta Girls.
On the Big Bad Toy Store, do you pay in one shot?
No, they pay one shot once the pre-order comes out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, right now, no. Sorry, that's a picture I did. Those are my shoes.
Yeah, but they look nice, bro. What are these? Yeah.
These are the Oreo Jordan 4s that came out in 2020. These are actually one of my highest grossing sneakers, which went up to, I got these for retail for like probably 180, 200, and they're up to 460 now.
Damn, really? Wow, amazing.
Yeah, these went up in price like crazy. Sorry, Lily had a matching pair of shoes as well.
That's cute.
I was about to ask, is that a little person based on how the legs look?
That's actually Chris's shoes.
that's Chris, and the big foot is Lily. All right, I got you now. Okay. Oh shit, Danny, I saw this, but I want to hear you. What are you thinking about this movie?
I like it, bro. I think it was really, really, really cool. It had a great cast. Had my boy Woody Harrelson as Mr. Peanut. That was cool. Bro, I just love robot versus man, and it kind of like it came off like a warning for the younger generation. Like I feel like the younger generation needs to see this movie. Like it's not really to warn us, the three of us, like our generation, but for the younger generation.
We know better because we lived outside and we grew into digital.
Yeah.
This is strictly for kids in the digital age. I agree with that.
Yeah, I think this is a great movie. Forgot what's that girl's name? She played a lot of Stranger. Yeah, listen, like despite what they say about her in real life, she's an amazing actress. I have to
Well,
say.
for me, see, I'll counter that because I think that she didn't do that well of a job here. I think that she's only 21 years old, but I feel this is my feeling that she tries to act like she's in her 30s or 40s and shit. Like they I don't know if this is her or her handlers, Hollywood, but I feel they really trying to age her up too quickly, and it completely turns me off to her
But you're
performance.
talking about outside of movies. I'm talking about inside of movies. She's a tremendous actress.
But even in this particular movie, I thought there were so many scenes that were just overacted by her that didn't require the emoting that was in that particular scene. And then sometimes she can't even emote. I don't feel that she has this. I mean, I'm not an actor.
I
You know
mean,
what I
to
mean? I
each
only
your
do a
own.
movie. And she
To
could
each
do her
your own.
lines. She could do her lines.
Yeah.
But when it comes to emoting, like like she could deliver lines. I'll say that. But the lines don't deliver the emotion. You feel me? Facially. So because I think acting is not just saying words. It's like you'll be able to convey the emotion. And I don't think that she was conveying the emotion. Like, listen, this is your brother that we're trying to help in this movie. If it's me, you're gonna see in my face like these are my brothers, and I would do anything in the fucking world for them. And you're gonna see me emote that in a way not just through words, but my face. You're gonna see me want to feel sad, whatever. I feel like she wasn't able to emote. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying that the movie's horrible or anything like that. I love the concept because again, I like. Come on, man. I put y'all into fucking robots. Robot shit is my thing. So I love the concept. I just think that the acting delivery could have been better, even through Chris Pratt. I mean, when they gave him his haircut in the film, that's not a spoiler, but he looked like Pedro Pascal and shit.
Yo, he fucking did. But he did.
Yo, I didn't even know when the movie started. I didn't even know that was fucking Chris Pratt, bro. I was
Nah,
like,
but the overall, it was a very entertaining movie. The robots were really funny.
yo, you know who did the voice for the robot for Chris Pratt's robot?
Who?
Anthony Mackie, yo.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
really?
Yeah.
What's it, Captain America himself?
Dude, insane. I'm telling you, bro. They knew every time I see these movies, right? That Marvel character news in my head, I'm like, yo, this is the same person, but they're just playing in a multiverse world, bro. You know what I mean? That's
Yes.
how I always
Yeah.
look at it now. Because yo, they use the same people all the time in movies, man. Like
Yeah.
literally,
It's a
you see all
click,
the
bro.
same Marvel stars in
Hollywood's
the
the
same
club,
movies.
Chris. Hollywood is the club, and if you're not in the club, you're not gonna get the roles. And listen, talk that shit. It is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Just what
But
it is. It's
I,
true.
I give this a high rating. It's fun to watch with the kids. I watched it with my family last night, and everyone enjoyed it. The kids enjoyed
Yes.
it. The wife enjoyed it. I enjoyed
It's
it.
a family movie. I'll give you that too. It's a family movie. Yes.
Yeah.
Me, did I enjoy it? I no longer have a family, so no. Anyway, that's my
Another
rating.
one. Another one.
But
Yes.
Yo,
did
you
you
don't
not
read
see
the
this?
chats, bro. I swear to God, Danny.
Huh?
So you
Yeah,
do
all
not
right.
read the chat at all, bro.
Yeah. We have a production chat, and Daddy just skips it, but it's okay.
Skips it all the time, bro.
Batman Ninja versus Yakuza League. Yes, this is a sequel. I want to say this: the animation is gorgeous, but the story, bro, very anime-ish. It feels like Black Widow versus Punisher type shit. Like, yo, y'all dragging. Like,
Oh, really?
they even for me, they even try to do like a Power Rangers moment on this shit or Voltron, whatever generation you're from. Like, nah, bro. Like the story falls. I'm sorry. No, I'm not sorry. This is not. Again, visually, it's stunning. Story-wise, it just falls flat. I was not intrigued by this motherfucker at all. Did you watch it, Chris?
No, I haven't
Danny?
watched it yet.
No?
I
All right. First of
watched
all,
the
before I answer that question, I apologize for being the Hillary Clinton in the brothers chat. I don't read anything. Okay. But I like to be surprised. All right. And I'm very surprised.
You'll be surprised until you get pissed off. Well, you guys didn't tell me nothing.
Which happens every week. Folks.
Do I have something to bring to you when I come visit you, little bro?
Well, but again, listen. If you love good looking animation, American anime, this is it. Um, Again, story wise, I feel it falls flat. I get lost a little bit in the story. Uh, it just looks good, but I just stop trying to make anime stories.
So wait,
Make an
it's
American
nothing.
anime.
You've seen the first one, so it's not as entertaining as the first.
No,
Because I love the first one.
you watch this. I think the first one was better.
Okay.
Sequel. I think this has a sophomore curse. You know what I mean? The sequel is not as good. Does it deserve a third chance? Sure, because again, the fucking god damn it, DC, when they get into it with animation and the visuals, it's gorgeous. It's fucking coloring, movement, the fluidity. It's great looking, but it's just again the fucking story.
Continuity sucks. So the first one, you sound like it's not your cup of tea. So you're not too fond about these type of.
Listen, I'm not a fan of Batman. I love good story. The first one was good, better than this. I'll say that.
Okay.
I'll say that much. The first one is definitely better than this. Now, watch this. Let's talk about it next week, please, guys. It didn't hit the mark. Now, talking about not hitting the mark, man. Like, yo, man, I heard this. Wu-Tang is back, baby. They dropped a single 2 weeks ago called Mandingo. RZA back on production. We got the Wu-Tang clip back together. They're gonna be running on the tour with Run the Jews, baby. You know what I mean?
I saw this.
Hip hop.
I saw this. Amazing video. I don't know how I can't remember how he said it, but I like the verse where he says, I like to rhyme, yeah, just spit. As a matter of fact, I could suck my dick, some shit like that.
Wu-Tang, it's 90s. It has that 90s feel again, and that era is currently in style. All right.
Yeah, the video is gorgeous.
This is the last hurrah. You know what I mean? The final chamber. Apparently, according to RZA, Wu-Tang. Look at that baby right there, bro. Woo! So,
baby, I like her.
Yo, in the video, did they use some AI stuff?
They did, hands down.
I'm sure they did. Again, AI is the big thing, and again, bro, this is Wu-Tang. They were innovators. They like to use tech. They like to do new things, and innovate, and that's what RZA is all about. Now, this has a great old school feel, but how do you feel about this old school feel? Do you think it resonates with the new school generation? It resonated with me. I dug it, but I don't know if the new generation will.
I think it just resonates with us 90s guys. You know what I mean? And this new generations into like a fat fuck that we that and he showed us in the chair.
Dave Blimp. I mean Dave Blunt.
They listen to
Dave
shit like
Dave Blunt or that song Culo con Caca.
But rap these days is more emotional, I guess. You know what I mean? Like,
thank you for saying that, because somebody told me, right, that hip hop now is not about a vibe, but rather about how that particular song will make you feel.
Mm-hmm.
So it's about them being in their feelings. So the track is not about a vibe. It's not about a story. It's about how does it make you feel? How does this bass line make you feel? How does this mumbling make you feel? Because so many are mumblers. Let's just be honest.
Yeah, many.
Hip hop is not hip hop.
Yo, Method Man still got it. Method Man killed it there.
This album is called Black Samson, the Bastard Swordsman. Is set to release April 25th, 2025.
The day after my birthday, baby. Woo!
I gotta show y'all this. This is a mini
acid.
This is a mini of food.
I see it.
Oh shit! Let's go.
It belongs to this figure.
So I'm about to fuck everybody up right now.
You
figure ODB figure.
I thought you said something else.
No, check this out. I'm gonna fuck you both up right now.
The food stand card.
I'm gonna fuck you both up right now. All right, guys. I have the original first cassette release of "Protect Your Neck."
Nice. Holy shit. That's a mint.
The single, bro. The single.
Wow. Yeah.
I still got it. Bought at Coconuts in Queens back in the day, baby, when the shit dropped.
Yeah, that's what it's clean.
Indie. Yeah, no plastic sleeve. It broke over time. But look at the cassette. Yo, I mean, you can still read this baby, man.
Nice.
Nice. A lot of our viewers probably don't even know what the hell that is.
All right, what is the cassette, folks? And then I got another thing here. I want to congratulate Daniel Black on his anniversary of his rope climbing championship. Man, Daniel Black, junior high school, 126 rope climbing championship. Danny, please talk to us. I asked you what year I wanted to put that in, but you don't even remember.
That was a long time ago.
What? Talk about that story right now, man. Of you beating ass, bro. When you said that, I was dying in the chat. You talk to me.
What, you talking about this event?
Yeah, this event at 126 in Brooklyn.
So it's just like I remember. I was in gym class, and they had about four ropes from the ceiling down to the floor, and everybody there was different types of styles to do it. So the easy one was you wrap it around your leg and you use your other leg to climb up. Yeah. I did that in seconds, and then they did just no legs, just arms. I did that in seconds. So the coach is looking like, damn, like I know one other kid that could do something that you probably might be able to do. I'm like, which is what? He told me he wanted me to grab one rope and the other and climb up, no legs. I was like, I could give it a shot. I never done that shit in my life. And then I did that in seconds. So he finally has an opponent to face this kid, the first one to do it. So then this is an event at night that happens called Sports Night. So I go there, I'm nervous, right? I was like an outcast kid, right? And this kid was like a popular jock type dude. So he goes up there. All right, I'm gonna be really honest with you, okay? He made the mistake of putting on gloves.
Oh,
right? And I had gloves in my pocket. I was like, all right, I'm gonna put these gloves on too. So he puts his gloves, and you suppose they give you like they give the opponent like a head start. Yeah. And you got to try to catch up, like in a race or whatever. So he goes up, and I see him slip. And I'm holding my gloves. I see he keeps slipping. I threw my gloves to the side. The coach blew the whistle, and I was like, "Coo!" I was up there, dude. I went all the way up, and then he took off his glove. He goes up there. I smoked his ass, bro. By the time I came down, he was still climbing up, and I won 126 championship trophy.
And there we go, a big old congratulations then on the anniversary of that.
Let me tell you something. Even if he didn't put on gloves at all, like he just went in there with no gloves, I still would have beat his punk ass.
Bro, I also want to add on something that had happened to him in one of the sports night. Not a sports night. I think he was practicing for sports night.
Oh God! Right? Oh God!
And so one day, right? He comes home, right? Like me and Danny were cool, right? Yo, I don't know if he was getting undressed or something at our room because we shared but we had bunk beds.
The bunk beds.
I think he was undressing, right? Bro, this motherfucker had Freddy Krueger's face on his thigh because when he was doing the thing, he slid down and it gave him rope burn on his thigh. Like, bro, but it was bad. This rope burn, Alex, literally fucking Freddy's face on his thigh, bro. It looked bad. And
dude, he peeled the skin off.
Don't tell mom, right? This is my brother, bro. I freaked out, bro.
Yeah, like, Chris is a fucking tattletale, bro.
I still told
mom.
No,
I understand. He was worried, dude. It was really bad, dude. Yo, bro, when my parents, I was wearing jeans.
I wouldn't you, but Chris was always a tattletale. Even though I protected his ass so much. Oh, they did this, and you motherfucker, bro. You got to beat your ass.
But dude, wearing jeans, that whole going through that wound, my jeans was like being adhesified to that wound. Oh my God, the excruciating pain I was in, dude. You know what? I was kind of glad Chris told mom because mom started fucking helping me.
I love mom and all. But then she said, "You stupid motherfucker!" Did she hit you?
She would fuck you up and then take care of you.
Yeah.
You're a stupid motherfucker.
You're already hurt. Like,
hey, you stupid. Yeah, I love mom though. Let me tell you, I ask for no better mama.
Anyway. Wait, what, Chris?
I said to our viewers, this was the '90s, and when parents were allowed to beat our asses. And I feel like
not
honestly,
allowed, not allowed. Not allowed. Our parents should be. Listen, if you're a parent, you have a kid, we should be allowed to discipline, not abuse, but we should be allowed to discipline our kids.
And,
listen, we talk this shit about our parents, but no, they did not abuse us. They hit us.
And honestly, why do you think there wasn't so many shootouts back in the day in schools and shit like that? Because parents are beating the shit out of their kids, and now we have this soft ass generation. Right, and now we see millions of shootouts, bro. And I'm exaggerating, but we see a lot of school shootings, bro. Because why? These parents ain't
not even just that,
kids, bro. They're not beating their kids.
Beat
your kids.
But not just school shootings, but just activity in the streets. Activity in the streets where people are quick to pull a gat, pull a knife. What happens to throwing hands and then, all right, we done. You beat me back, shake hands, and we're done. All right.
Yo,
I mean, I miss that.
Listen, right there, hashtag beat your kids.
For real. Now, let me ask you something here. But I saw this in the news today, and it gets me pissed how I didn't see it in the news. I just saw people talking about it. But the news doesn't report this. I just want to mention this. Again, non-political commentary here. But today we find out, more fraud uncovered with the uses of our tax money. Why is the United States, listen to this. Why is the United States of America funding Australian colleges?
What?
Yeah.
What?
They've been given a $5 million a year.
For what?
To promote American interests, but it's this is the left, this is the Democrats that have been in office the past few years. Again, I'm not a political side, I'm not Republican or Democrat, but I'll give Republicans more respect because they have a little bit more moral values. Giving away money to a country that pertains to us to educate their kids, and what about our kids? What about our American kids?
They want to dumb down Americans, man. That's what it is. I don't know why.
And that's funny because then when they need soldiers, right? We're too stupid to understand what to do in the battlefield.
Can we all agree to say thank you, Elon? They're shitting on him. They are burning his Tesla dealerships. You listen. Democrats talk all this shit, but they're inciting violence. If Republicans did this, the Democrats and the media would have been all over them. So it's like you stop this fucking this bias shit where you like over one side over the other. How about be fair, report the news, wrong is wrong, right is right. Be fair in news coverage and stop this fucking nonsense where you are fucking bowing down to your democratic fucking kings and queens. Stop it. This country needs to do better. We need to take care of our fucking people, our veterans, our citizens. Again, I'm going to go back to what I always say. One of the key rules in relationships is how can you love anyone else if you don't love yourself? Because if you don't love yourself, you can't love your partner, right? So love you first and then love the world, America. And I agree with that. So whoever's in power now, and if they believe in that, thank you. Yeah, we should. And I want my Puerto Ricans to get in power too, because you know what I mean. Like, we have the best soil in the world to grow shit. Let's make it happen, baby. Let's use that to our advantage, baby. Wake up, me Boricuas. Well, I'm saying, and let's get in power, people. Listen, we're not trapped. We're not nothing. We're freer than any part of the fucking world. All right. So wake the fuck up. Know that you have goddamn freedom and motherfucking get it done. Yeah, baby. There we go. There we go, baby. All right. So how do you feel about that, guys? You know what I mean? Do you agree in any sense? Like, we here. We can make shit happen. We can make our dreams happen. Stop it. Ignore all that bullshit going on and make shit happen for you. What you feel, Chris Crash? You're the baby in this shit. How do you feel about it? You're younger, and you see a lot more mess going on than what we saw going on. We saw mess building up. You came into the mess.
I kind of just want to know how they're gonna give back to us. Have they spoke anything?
I agree.
Have they spoke? Because obviously, this is coming from our taxes, right? So,
yes.
I want since this whole thing is, we've been spending all this money, sending to Australia, helping other countries. All right, like you said, what about America? All right, so how since you're funding all this stuff, there has to be a way they have to give it back to us.
One thing that Elon.
They didn't even ask his permission. They just doing it. They robbing from us. I didn't fucking say, hey, take my money and spend it over there.
Yeah,
if they asked me, I would have said no.
Yes.
Yeah,
that's what Elon says, Chris. Elon says that they're looking for a dividend to come back to us via stimulus check. Okay. So the first thing was like 5 racks. They're not sure if they could do the 5 racks. Because again, look at news. News is talking all this shit. But Donald Trump himself, our president, has said, listen, while we work towards the goal, there's going to be pain. But listen, right? When you're trying to buy a house, there's pain, right? Because you got to save. Now you can't go out. That's pain, right?
No pain, no gain.
When you're trying to buy a car, you got to save money so you can afford the insurance in the car. That's pain. So you know what? Folks, please wake up. What Donald Trump just said is actually just facts of life. If you want change, it's going to take sacrifice and a little bit of hurt for a little bit of time for us to achieve the goal.
No pain, no gain. Take the bullet and you will heal.
Talk about it, Daniel. That's exactly what it is, DVB. No pain, no gain. So, we're going to have to go through some shit. Please don't listen to the news. Please study yourselves. Listen, I look like every time the news challenges something, I look up stuff. I ask out AIs, and I ask through Grok, whatever you want to pronounce it, Gemini, ChatGPT, DeepSeek, everything. Is there a consensus even within the algorithm? Because that's what AI is. It's an algorithm, and AI puts together the algorithm to show you what the consensus is. So if the consensus is this is no good, maybe we should listen. Just saying. Technology, power and all, like AI, people are afraid of it. I think it's going to help human advancement to create a better world. But again, only 2 people are going to be in this world. Those that know how to use it and those that don't know how to use it. Please don't be on the latter, be on the former. You feel me? Now, this was a great episode, man. I love you guys, bro. So DVB, Chris Crash, let him know. I know it's scrolling at the bottom, but talk about it. I'm gonna start with the younger one over here because his birthday was recently. Talk about where can they follow you and keep up to date on everything in the Crashers.
It'd be great if you guys follow me on Ultimate Toygasm _Toygasm on Instagram. It'd be great if you follow me for my birthday. Get some more more followers on there, and I need to start putting more content. I'm just
more of those pictures because you're a great photographer, so show it off.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it, and it's time to it's time to get motivated and push forward, man. Because it's a beautiful life, and there's cool things that we can do out there, and we all got talent. So me and Danny, we still gotta start off our own toy thing too, man. I still want to do that.
I can't wait for that. How about you, DVB? Give it up. What's popping?
I want to say before I say what's going on with me, I just want to throw this out there, guys. If to all my friends out there, if you are lost or you're sad or you're depressed or you're bummed out, man, we're always a phone call away. Surround yourself with pure good energy and love. You're not alone. We all go through shit. It's okay to cry, but to post things on social media constantly, it doesn't make anything better. You're just showing strangers out there your weak side, and you will be taken advantage of. Sweet. How about you just pick up a phone or knock on someone's door? I am here to my friends and family. I am here. Phone call away. I don't pick up, man. I will eventually call. Listen, man, you don't have to go out there and display your dirty laundry on social media, and so that people can see, and there are assholes out there that can take advantage of that. All right, and stomp you out. you're not alone, man. All right, I'm here for my friends and family. I love you guys, and you can always. I got two shoulders for everybody to cry on. Anyway, you can follow me on Candace Lupus 84. You see tons of videos and my cosplay work. Facebook, Daniel Von Black, and I'm actually working on a cosplay right now for the Brooklyn Comic Con coming up soon in June.
Woo-hoo!
I will be
what
entering
weekend of
as
June?
Vega from Street Fighter.
Yo, Papi, what weekend of June is this?
I believe it's funny. I think it's at the end of the month. I can send you. I can send links and we could discuss the event a little bit on the next P3 podcast.
Let's send me those links because I'm gonna do an event early June with my baby brother. That has to do with cannabis related events. So I've never done that, but
me neither.
Okay. Yo, Danny, well, listen, I'll pick you up if you're willing to go and stay a weekend with our baby brother and have a cannabis event where we're smoking weed, drinking drinks, and eating food, and maybe you have to be rolled home.
wait. When the hell is this? 420?
June 7th and 8th.
420.
June 7th, 8th. June 7th to 8th. June 7th and 8th. Saturday, Sunday.
Through 8th, yep.
Because there's actually something going on, I think, towards the end of
it got around 175 vendors, music, beer/wine, artisan craft, food trucks, and on-site and you can get your card there if you want to get your marijuana card.
Oh my God, there we go. You get your card there and you buy pounds of weed and smoke it and you eat tacos.
Listen, I'll answer your question. I'll think about going if I go. Me, Chris, you and I got to dress as Cheech and Chong again.
Yo, I will record the shit out of that.
Chris, you down?
Say it again? I'm sorry.
I said I'll think about going to the event, but if I do go, I only want for you and I to dress up like Cheech and Chong one last time.
All right, we can do it. Hell yeah.
I'll record it. I'll record it all. And you know what? I'm going to have somebody go with me because I asked a friend of mine if they're interested. And they're down because they're massive smokers. Like I told you before, Chris, they put me in a coma over this weekend.
You told me. You were telling me.
Yo, listen, a big shout out to my homegirl, Kim. Jesus Christ, thank you. You put me in a fucking coma this weekend where we were doing the 40th anniversary with The Last Dragon. Yes, folks, 40th anniversary of The Last Dragon, hosted by my homeboy, the one and only Keith Clap Napier from We Are
Your Master.
Yeah, Alex, you go like this.
You know what? If you give me that wig, I'll dress up like that for you, and I'll grow the mustache. All right, you motherfuckers.
Yo, so cool, man.
I'm taking you off my will, both of you.
Oh my God! Take this off.
That's Daniel Black, the 126 rope climbing champion of the 90s. Well, with that, folks, thank you for tuning in. I see you. You were tuning in. I wish you would have commented. You're just chilling here, but it's okay. We love you. Everybody that tuned in, we appreciate you. Listen, P3 podcast is every week. Now, we normally do it on Sundays. There may be an occasion on Monday when we got to skip a Sunday because, again, we get into shenanigans and we got to recover. Please, understand that. But with that, I am Al Mega with the amazing DVB and Chris Crash. We appreciate you. Follow us everywhere. I've been showing this off. I'm at the Real Almega on all socials. And Comic Crusaders. Well, again, keep up to date on everything, comic books, and more. Daniel Von Black, DVB himself, on Instagram at Candace Lupus 84. And again, Chris Crash, Instagram, Ultimate _ Toygasm. And it was his birthday recently, so let's get his followers up, show some love, ask him some questions. If there's any particular toys maybe you want him to show off, send him a DM. If you want any movies, wrestling news that you want to talk about, send that over to DVB.
Right here, baby.
Comic books, you send that DM to me.
Right there.
So thank you guys. I appreciate you. Hasta la próxima, mi gente.